We've all been there. You log into an AI tool, type out a quick request, hit enter, and get back something totally mediocre. The problem isn't the machine, it's how we're talking to it. We have a deeply ingrained habit of treating generative AI exactly like traditional search engines. We throw 2 or 3 keywords at it and expect a masterpiece. Look at this split-screen diagram. On the left, you see how a standard search engine works. A short query points a linear arrow directly to an existing file folder. But on the right, AI operates as a synthesis engine. It relies on a complex, expanding web of nodes waiting for highly specific inputs to build something completely new. When we zoom into the right side, those nodes are hollow wireframes flashing because they are starving for context. A vague output simply means you gave the AI an empty instruction. To get professional-grade results, you have to stop typing search queries. Instead, approach the AI as if you were briefing a highly capable but literal-minded human assistant. A strong prompt does not mean a long prompt. Writing 1,000 rambling words will just confuse the model. What you actually need is structural clarity. This architectural diagram shows how that structure is built. We start with 4 foundational pillars: role, task, context, and audience. You are explicitly telling the AI who to act as, what to do, the exact background information it needs, and who the final output is for. Watch how these next 4 blocks lock into place to complete the vault: requirements, constraints, style, and format. Now you've established what must be included, what to avoid, how the result should feel, and the exact layout of the final answer. This 8-part architecture acts as your universal translator. It takes vague human intentions and converts them into precise directives the machine can actually execute. Let's apply this to image generation. If you ask a tool to create a futuristic city, you're going to get a generic, cartoonish skyline. Compare that to what this generated image shows. By explicitly defining the subject as an electric motorcycle, placing it on a rain-soaked Tokyo street, and demanding cinematic blue and magenta lighting with a shallow depth of field, the output becomes incredibly specific and professional. We see the exact same failure pattern in digital marketing. Asking an AI to make social media posts for your business is a recipe for robotic corporate speak. This logic map breaks down the proper approach. Notice the central node targeting university students aged 18 to 25. By defining the AI as a social media strategist, setting a clear goal for free trial signups, and asking for a structured 30-day term limiter, the logic branches out into highly targeted, actionable content grids. Whether you are trying to generate a compelling piece of visual art or engineer a high-converting commerce campaign, success relies entirely on replacing assumptions with explicit constraints. When we move into highly technical subjects like engineering, a vague prompt creates a different hazard. Ask it to explain thermodynamics, and you will receive a massive, unfocused data dump that is virtually impossible to parse. To control that output, you have to establish boundaries. Tell the AI to act as an experienced engineering professor. Define the learner specifically as a first-year undergraduate. Then explicitly command it to start with a real-world analogy before introducing the complex mathematical equations. Visual art, marketing strategies, physics lessons. These are completely different disciplines, yet the underlying instruction architecture required to generate them remains completely identical. Even when you apply that perfect framework, your first output is rarely the final product. This diagram illustrates iterative prompting. It's a continuous, clockwise feedback loop moving through 4 distinct stages: prompt, review, refine, and repeat. Inject new data at the refine stage, like removing technical jargon or adjusting the tone. The loop spins faster, producing a polished final asset. Professionals don't treat generative AI like a slot machine, hoping for a jackpot on the first pull. They treat it as an active collaborator, shaping the material together. Take a look at this generated layout. This is your master template. It translates the 8-part framework into a fill-in-the-blank script you can immediately copy and apply to your daily workflow. It's completely modular. If you're rendering an image, swap out audience metrics for camera specifications. If you're building a lesson, swap platform goals for student knowledge levels. The quality of the intelligence you get out of a machine
is directly proportional to the clarity of the instructions you put in.